Hey everyone, I am on a sort of a hypermiling journey here. Right now we're hovering around 57.2. I reset it about 10 miles ago, so it's not there's not a whole lot of data there, but a couple points. The road is more or less flat. I'm actually going up a pretty steep hill right now, which is gonna chop it down quite a bit. And then I should go back downhill after that. I don't expect it to drop below 50 though, before it starts climbing. So anyway, a couple points. So the speed limit on this road is 55, and I found that if I set the cruise to 57, that was enough to get it to cruise in 8th gear. So we're just a hair over what, 1100, 1200 RPMs, actually more like 1100 RPMs, if that. So it's just basically idling. And let's see here. Tire pressure.
Tire pressure monitor. Please continue using.
So this is on my new tires. Well, we got 38 in the front, 44 in the rear. I believe that's approximately what is recommended. And so I just basically set the cruise at that speed, and I've just been driving along. Everybody, of course, is passing me, even though I am technically going over the speed limit. And actually, it's a good thing because this stretch of road is particularly notorious for cops. So I guess now the risk is, of course, that I'm holding a camera up, so I've got to keep my eyes open. Holy cow, look at the color of the Ohio River. It's like green. Anyway, so I am driving along the Ohio River up Route 7 on my way to go look at a car. And I just wanted to share that. Okay, it looks like now we're approaching 58 miles per gallon. That's pretty spectacular. It seems to settle in right around 57 miles per gallon. So when you consider that this is an all-wheel drive heavy luxury car with a 6-cylinder engine, 261 horsepower and 460 something pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in the mid 5s if you're not even trying, and it gets 57 miles per gallon, cruising along nice and easy. I mean, it's just insane. This is such a technological marvel what this car can do. And you know, now that I've got the new tires and whatever, it's super quiet, even though they are still run flats. Super quiet, super comfortable. This is definitely an all-day comfort car. The only thing I recommend for cruising is if you don't have cooled seats, put it on that setting so you get some air coming under the seat, because the seat does actually get pretty warm if it's not perforated. This one is not perforated. So I just went up another hill there, and we dropped down to 56.1, but now I'm going downhill again, so we're probably going to pop right back up to 57. So I'm going to call it 57 miles per gallon, at least according to this car's computer. I'm not sure how accurate it is. It can't be that far off, plus or minus 1 or 2 miles per gallon, maybe. But yeah, so this is just an impressive feat for fuel economy for a car like this. I mean, I don't think my Versa would get this good. You know, the car weighs half as much, has roughly half the same size engine. I mean, I could probably get mid-40s in that car, maybe. I don't know if it would hit 50. I can't even remember. I may have done a similar fuel economy run in that car. But yeah. So I thought that would be interesting to share with everybody who's into fuel economy. Okay, we've got another really big hill coming up here. Let's see what it drops it down to. Maybe 54, something like that. Still, I mean, even with the big hills, staying well north of 50 miles per gallon. You know, so anybody, if you're a diesel person, well, check out all my videos talking about what I've experienced driving this car. But if you're actually looking for a truly amazing car, there's really nothing else out there like this. You know, with the all-wheel drive and the power and being the fastest production diesel car ever made in the US anyway. We didn't get some of the goodies that you could get overseas. So we dropped down to 55 there. We got one more little downhill and then another uphill, and then I'm gonna call it on this video. So, and now we're down at 56.2, going up another hill. Yeah, so we'll give it a range. We'll say 55 to 57 miles per gallon. I'm guessing if you had a completely level road, such as what you might find in Texas, and you got it to kick down into 8th gear, you could probably push 60, actually, I'm guessing. The other interesting thing is, too, going up these hills, the torque in this thing is so down low and so robust that it doesn't even need a downshift to get up the hills. That's another really impressive thing about this car, is the torque right off the line. I've done some acceleration runs, and if you dig back through some of my videos, you can see how this thing just takes off like a rocket ship right off the line. I don't know if this car actually has an altimeter in it. I've had some other cars that have altimeters in it. I think I'm actually pretty near midway up these hills. So anyway, we've just come into a bit of a construction zone, so I'm going to try to coast a little bit, but it looks like there's some more uphill. And if you look over that way, you can see I'm about mid-pack with the top of the hill. So that's playing into the fuel economy quite a bit. I think if I were going in the other direction and doing mostly downhill, it would make a huge difference. So we'll go ahead and ride it out at least. My turn to get to the dealer where the car that I'm looking at, I'm gonna go take a peek at a Dodge Hornet, 2.2 miles away, but I think there's a couple red lights before then. So I'm gonna kind of keep the speed down here for the construction zone. See if we can at least get it back up to 55 after climbing those hills. But either way, I mean, it's still amazing. You may notice the little yellow picture of the car. So that is my car complaining that it needs brake fluid soon. It's weird though, it's set after 2 years, and I thought you should really only do it every 3 years, so I may just manually reset that. Well, anyway, we're back out on the regular part of the road, and we have dropped down to 54.3, 54.1, but we've got a final downhill stretch. I gotta give it a little bit here. I should be able to coast a little bit. I doubt though that I can get it back up to 55 after all that climbing. Well, we'll see. Actually, it looks like it may hit 55. Give it a minute. I may have to stop. Hey, it did hit 55 again. stop at a light up here. But anyway, I think it's amazing. Let me know your thoughts on the fuel economy of this. Diesels really just, if they're running properly, man, they just do amazing. And not necessarily at that station, but around here, diesel prices have dropped a lot, and they're actually not that much more than regular gas. And in fact, like premium gas is 50 cents more than diesel around here. So now there's become more of a case for diesel cars. Okay, well, have a great day, everyone.
Prepare to turn